Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode number 5 of our Zero Overall Dynasty here on College Football 26. If you guys have missed any of the last couple episodes, go back and watch them. We simulated pretty much the first 4 or 6 years wise, but now we're actually playing. And we went 2-2 in last episode. This week, we get on the board first against Delaware. A pretty easy touchdown pass on RPO. And we take a 7-0 lead early, trying to win another game here and try to go 3-2 here on the season. But here on 4th and goal, the defense held, but now they're going to go for it. They have a man in motion, trying to tie the game up. They run right side. I thought we were there, but unfortunately, we did not get the good animation. And Delaware ties it up 7-all here in the second quarter. But with 6:30 to go, pretty much just starting the second quarter, we find our tight end open in the end zone. He gets the catch and the touchdown. So we take back a 7-point lead here in Delaware, and they're 1-5 on the season. Hopefully we can make them go 1-6. After a stop by our defense on 3rd down and goal, we throw right side, but it's knocked down, incomplete. So we're going to have to settle for 3, and we do end up making this field goal to go up by 10 here in the first half. So the team is actually doing pretty well, at least here in this first game, until pretty much around 2:30 to go here left in the half. They go play action, and then he is just wide open. No one within 5 to 7 yards of him, and they make this a 3-point game here just before the half. Actually, about 2 minutes to go. But with 34 seconds to go in the half, we find the end zone again with Bulaga. He dropped the last one. We had to kick a field goal. It wasn't his fault, but he gets the touchdown, and we take our 10-point lead back with 30 seconds to go. To start the third quarter, though, we have it, but the bad throw, it's not a great decision, too, ends up getting intercepted, and Delaware's got really good field position starting at our 11-yard line for their next drive, but they only get 3. So it was actually a good thing for us that we held them to a field goal. But here on 3rd down and goal, Qualls is going to have to take a sack. No one was open. And their second sack of the game, we get another field goal. So 27-17 until this throw right here, which is just dropped in a bucket for another touchdown here for the Orbits. And it was a great play, too. But 34-17 with 5 minutes to go in the game. Teague is now in. We brought in our backups up 17. He's going to run it in for a touchdown on the QB sneak. And we go up even more. 41-17 with 5 minutes to go in the game. Jumping ahead 2 minutes later, Sheets is going to get the run and get pushed in the end zone for another touchdown. We have almost put up 50 points here on Delaware. So 48-17 with 2:45 to go. And Delaware will try to throw. They throw it up. And Willett gets the interception. Finally, we actually get a pick. We haven't had one in a while. But we get excellent starting field position. Again, starting from the 27-yard line. A couple plays later, here on 2nd down and goal, we find our open receiver of our tight end again for another touchdown. And it's with Teague as well, the backup quarterback. And we end up winning 55-17 over Delaware, and that's a great start to this episode, scoring 31 points in the second half to really blow it open late in the game. And we'll see the stats, of course, to show that, too. I accidentally left it, and then I realized, oh, shoot, I need to show the stats-wise, and we get into that here in just a second. We almost accidentally advanced to week 2, but as you can see, we're doing this live. But checking out the stats, Gore did not have a great game for them, 13 for 21, but we had a great game for Qualls, 28 for 33, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Teague, of course, went 6 for 8 with a touchdown for 89 yards, so a pretty good game from him. Emmanuel had 68 rushing yards. Sheets with 35 with a touchdown. Qualls 4 for 16 on the day for them. Receiving wise, Gizzy had 11 catches for 110 yards. Neely 6 for 106. Bulaga had a touchdown. Kramer had 2 touchdowns as well. We had 3 guys get 10 plus tackles. We had a ton of sacks, and I mean a ton, as you can see on the screen there. Willett gets the only interception. We had 3 deflections, no forced fumble. We did have a forced fumble. We didn't recover it, though. But no block kicks, no defensive touchdowns, no safeties. I would have shown that as well. But heading on to game 2 of the episode and week 8 of the season, we have to go into UConn and try to win a game outside of conference. So far, we are 2-0 in the CUSA, which is very, very nice. But here on 3rd and goal, here with UConn, and they just don't block. We get another sack. I think we had 2 sacks even before that as well to force a 4th and goal, and they have to kick a field goal at the 21-yard line. And again, it's 4th and goal. So we had a pretty decent defensive stand there. But here at the 19-yard line, 2nd down and 3, we again decide to just toss it up to our tight end, who comes down with it in the end zone, and a great catch. He's starting to come alive here late in the season, and just like that, we're up 7-3. Heading into the second quarter with 5:55 to go, we hit our RPO. Neely gets in the end zone for a touchdown, and we're up big early, 14-3. Seems really coming alive here late. We finally are starting to find some rhythm, but 14-3, 3rd down and goal. They're going to run up the middle, but he gets sacked again. The 3rd sack already in the first half. And the defense forces another field goal. They make this one as well to make it 14-6 here in the second quarter. But 2 plays later, it does not end up going well for us. No one gets open. It was also a bad throw as well, but they get a pick. And just like that, they're at the 41-yard line, but they're going to go for it on 4th down and 3. If the defense get a stop, that'd be huge, because then we can try to at least get points. And they do get a stop with another sack. And of course, later on in the quarter, we find our tight end just wide open, and Kramer gets another touchdown. He's got 2 on the day, and we're up 21-6 here in the second half. They would end up putting a field goal at the start of the half. So we're up 21-9 here in the third quarter. Try to throw it over the middle, and that one is also picked. We do make the tackle, so it's not a pick 6. But they start from the 30-yard line, and of course they get another field goal. Jumping ahead to about a minute to go here in the third, UConn still without scoring a touchdown until right here, where it's just a great throw and a poor route to the receiver ends up scoring here for UConn. And just like that, it's 22-21 after UConn gets another field goal. So they have put up a ton of points here recently. Neely gets the catch. She gets all the way down to the 10 with a minute 16. Of course, that injury timeout actually hurts us here because we get a field goal with a minute 16 with 2 timeouts to go, and we do take a 2-point lead. I was hoping for a touchdown. We could have gone for it, but I wasn't going to try it, wasn't going to risk it. And with 45 seconds left, we probably should have, because yes, we had 2 timeouts. UConn only had 2. A sack would pretty much end the game, and we were trying to get it, but he throws it up deep. And of course, our speed is not the same as theirs, and UConn takes the lead late in the game. And with 4 seconds to go, we just have to throw it up. We actually have a man open. I don't know if he would have scored, but it was overthrown and incomplete. And UConn would end up going to win 29-24, scoring 20 points in the second half with us only scoring 3. It was not a great second half for us. Multiple interceptions, multiple mistakes. And yeah, it was just not a great game for us. Hendricks had a great game for them. Qualls 30 for 39, 256, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Teague went 5 of 6 with 41 yards. Of course, that big miss at the end there. No rushing touchdowns in this one, but we did have 3 receiving touchdowns, 1 from Neely and 2 from Kramer. But Gizzy also had 9 catches for 64 yards. A lot of catches here on the day. A couple drops as well. Defense, 2 guys had 10-plus tackles. A lot of tackles for a loss. A lot of sacks again. This team gets a lot of sacks. It's just we're on the field a lot of time, and unfortunately can't get any turnovers. But we did force a ton of field goals. But heading into game number 3, here of the episode, we get to face New Mexico State. And we're back in the CUSA. Now it's being real. We got to win these games in order to win the CUSA. And if we can, that'd be cool. Trying to go 3-0. And we're introducing one of our new uniforms. Gizzy's going to get the catch here to start on 3rd down and 7. He only gets 4, so we do have to kick a field goal with the blue tops and bottoms with the red outlines for the numbers and the shoulders, and the light blue helmet, which I think is pretty cool. But 2nd down and 17 after another sack by our defense. Again, this team just gets a ton of sacks, and they try to get another one, but he throws it up deep. We don't play the ball, and New Mexico State's going to take the lead. And that guy caused a lot of issues for us. But here on 1st down and 10 with 58 seconds left, we decide to throw it up too, and Bulaga comes down with it. And he's got the touchdown. So we make this 10-3. We will gladly take it. Or 10-7, excuse me. But as I said, this guy causes a lot of problems. There he is again, running wide open, and another touchdown for New Mexico State. And they retake the lead. So jumping ahead just a little bit here. 1st down and goal for them. They run left side. It's now 21-10 New Mexico State. And we're looking at maybe going down back-to-back games here. But the offense does step up. After going down 11, we do make a play. Again, just throwing it deep. We have a receiver. It's Bulaga, who somehow stays in bounds for the touchdown. They actually do end up looking at this, but as you can see, his right foot is in. So, and it says New Mexico State challenges, but they didn't, because they didn't lose a timeout. I don't know why it says that, but whatever. But the defense, after they got a stop, it's 21-17. That's what we needed, because if we can get a touchdown here, we take the lead, but a poor throw, and just like that, we are down 28-17, back down 11. So not good from our offense after they done pretty well. But we got to find ways to score. And jumping ahead to the second half. 2nd down and goal from the 1 with 5:20 to go here in the 3rd. We run up the middle on the QB sneak, and we make it a 3-point game. Or so you think. Because I was thinking, hey, maybe we try a fake field goal and see if this works. It does not, because we throw it on the right side. It gets knocked down incomplete. So we are down 28-23. Our next drive, after our defense gets a stop, we get a rushing touchdown from Sheets. One of the first rushing touchdowns in a while. This time we actually just go a normal 2-point conversion, because we need one to go up 3 points here, especially late here in the 3rd quarter. And we find our receiver open. It's Gizzy. Gets the catch, and we were up 3. So still 3rd quarter, a minute to go. 3rd down and 10. New Mexico State tries to throw it to their receiver, who has been burning us all game, but Willett gets his revenge. He gets the interception, and we do get a field goal. So 31-28, we are up 6 points. They throw it left side. He doesn't get much. So 2nd down and 9. Again, trying to get another stop. If we can, that is the game, and we will win it. So he's going to throw right side. It is picked by Harbor, and a pick 6. I'm pretty sure this is our first defensive touchdown ever. Because, yeah, so we're up 41-28 with a minute 19. It doesn't matter if they score here, but they end up doing that because we have a linebacker on a wide receiver. Not a great thing there, but they end up scoring pretty easily. So 41-35. But now it all comes down to the onside kick. And if we don't get this onside kick, New Mexico State could win this game still. But we end up recovering it, and we almost actually could have had a chance to return it. But all in all, the new uniforms are 1-0. The All Blues, as I like to call them. They are home alternates. So we will we'll take the win, 41-35, scoring 24 points in the second half. So the second half was big for us, coming back in the game. Qualls had a great game, and yeah, I mean, we allowed 28 points in the first half and only allowed 7 the rest of the way. So, but Qualls, great game, 32-46, 327 with 2 touchdowns and an interception. Sheets, 20 carries for 77 yards and a touchdown. Qualls also had 6 carries for 8 yards and a touchdown. Some of those were sacks. Gizzy had over 11 catches. Neely and Bulaga almost had 100 yards, with Bulaga having the 2 touchdown receptions on the day. So none from Kramer, our tight end, who was really good in the first couple games this episode. But Cribbs with tackles led the team. We only had 3 sacks on today's game. It was kind of weird for us, but only 3 sacks. A lot of pass deflections, though. And, of course, we did a defensive touchdown from Juan Harbor. We missed 1 field goal. That was at the end of the half. But other than that, nothing really else there. But let's head into the final game of the episode. We get UTEP trying to go 3-1 on our on this episode here and get back to over 500. Or I guess stay over 500. Because if we do lose this one, we'd be 4-4 and have back-to-back episodes with us being 2-2. But UTEP is actually a low overall, and again, introducing another new uniform. This one's our all reds, and we throw it up. Neely gets open, and just like that, we're up 7-0 early. So we will gladly take it. So still 7-0 here in the first quarter with 4:38. After another sack by our defense, he tries to throw it, but he hits as he thrown, and Henry gets the interception, one of his first of the year. And we have a great field position. Unfortunately, we don't do anything with it. And here on 2nd down and 10, we have a man slip on the outside. And UTEP, who actually won our first national championship on the season, or on the in our series. If you guys have watched that, go watch it too. But here on 2nd down and 2, we throw it over the middle. It's going to be picked. And UTEP does not get the pick 6, but we do hold them. But it's still 7-7 here in the first quarter. And still 7-7. They run right side. Easy touchdown run for them. And they take a lead. Their first time having a lead. But we immediately tie the game up with a QB sneak from Qualls. And we, again, tied the game up 14-all here in the second quarter. I will let you know. After that, nothing really happens until the third quarter, where we throw right side, have the open man. It's Gizzy, gets a touchdown, and we retake the lead. 21-14, finally in the second half, here in the third quarter. Again, no one scored at all from that time we scored the 14 points. And going into the third quarter, we decide to throw it up again. It was man-to-man. Neely gets open, and another long touchdown catch for Neely. And we take a huge lead. 4 touchdowns from Qualls. He will end up making it 5 here because he throws a passing touchdown to Kramer. And all of a sudden, we blow the game open in the second half. Enough so that we have our backups in most of the time. 35-14 here in the fourth quarter. No one gets open. Hit as he throws. It's incomplete. And the defense allows 14 points early. But then after that, shuts the door. And the offense put up 35 points, and 28 of them were unanswered. So our Omaha Orbits go 3-1 on the episode. We have 4 more games left. That'll be next episode. But, hey, a great little 4-game stretch here, only losing 1. And it was a close game against UConn as well. So we can't really fight that. But as you can see the stats on the screen here, we'll just go through them pretty quickly. Neely had over almost 200 yards with 2 touchdowns. Gizzy and Kramer had the other ones as well. Defensive-wise, we did pretty good with 3 guys with 10-plus tackles. A lot of tackles for a loss, and again, a lot of sacks on the day. We had 1 pick from Malcolm Henry. That was about it. We did force a fumble. We did not recover it. Kicking-wise, we did miss a field goal, but that was about it. We did punt 4 times, but that was about it. And, of course, if you guys do want a player in this dynasty, write a comment down below. We'll get into the recruiting here in just a second. Just write a name that you guys that you want to take over and the name that you will have, because we'll get you added in for the next season once we are able to do that. But that's pretty much going to do it for the episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit that like button down below. It is free. Really helps out the channel. Also, if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. We're very, very close to 500 subs. And once we do that, we'll be doing a 24-hour stream right here on YouTube where you guys can watch me struggle to stay up for 24 hours. So, anyways, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, weekend, whenever you guys are watching this. And I'm out. Peace.